now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the, back to the Cherish Ball SV board of showing that I have. I'm really bad with intros. I should start planning intros more, just because then I can, have something to talk about. Or I can just keep winging it. I don't know.
Nah, doing it unscripted is the most entertaining way for the viewers, trust me.
It really sets the peace of mind of where I'm at, so... Anyways...
And I'm just saying that's how Wolfie started his career. I know if you remember Wolfie's old videos.
I should do
It
the
was just a lot
paint
of
stuff.
yapping, and it was
He did the
beautiful.
paint. He just, did his jingle, and that's how he opened everything. I miss those days. Those were awesome.
Same.
So this will be the Cherish Ball Week 1 recaps. I am joined by Oren Latios, who chose to join me. So thank you, good sir. And yeah, the quick rundown is we're going to talk about each set quickly. It's not going to take too long. We'll go over the standings, and we'll go over Week 2 matchups. So let's get it started, as we are going to go in played order. So not really division order, even though we could have done that. Let's go through the played order. So we begin with the Sick versus Reticle match. And I said this will just be pretty brief. We'll just, I guess, talk about what happened in the set. So this was a 2-0 to Sick. He used a very cool Primarina set with Calm Mind, and it had Grassy Seed as well. This is game 2. Should put all these in fast, because we're trying to get through. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're going to set up Calm Minds, Terra Grass so that you didn't get spored was pretty good. And the Dire Claw Sleep here was pretty brutal.
Yeah. Would have been a great play otherwise, considering Skeletor just unaware and click Torch Song now that Primarina is a grass type, it ignores the boost. But
yeah, I mean,
Dire Claw is a fair and balanced move, so unfortunately.
Sneasler's pretty mean. I haven't seen a lot of people like drafting Sneasler because of that, but when the people do, it does its things. I mean, you're looking at
a friend of mine is very big on Sneasler in VGC draft, so
yeah, I mean, it's a really fast top end mon, which is nice, and it has stab close combat, which is one of the strongest moves.
You can see the Grassy Seed on the Primarina there. Very nice bring from Sick.
Yeah, and this ended up being a pair of 4-0s, as this Primarina set paired with the Sneasler and the Rillaboom and the Entei were just too much for Reticle, who was unable to position properly because of the threats. So Sick wins 2-0. Moving right along, we have Slimy versus Quick. Again, I'm going to put this in... Oh, it is in fast already. Okay. Slimy versus Quick. This was a 2-0 to Slimy, who did the thing that we kind of talked about when we did the power rankings with Quick's team. Everything was physical. So Slimy's approach was just Intimidate and Will-O-Wisp and Curse on Snorlax.
Yep.
I guess, do you have anything else to add other than what I mentioned about kind of how this game played out?
Yeah, there is one more thing to add, and that's another thing that has to do with Slimy's interview. He said one thing that we all wanted to keep in mind, that's he's taking Ice types to the top this time, and that's exactly what he's going to do, as he's going to show us.
Yeah, with his Abomasnow. He didn't bring Bundle in this set, but Abomasnow did its job, to say the least. Also, Burning Gouging Fire is pretty funny.
Yep. Snorlax just keeps being a dirty mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Curse Snorlax ended up just being the perfect counter to Quick here. I think there was a line that Quick said he really liked his team a lot, but Slimy's prep destroyed him here.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to handle the Snorlax, you probably needed to bring something like Sableye with Encore, which you have in the back.
Yeah. I guess I will add, the other special attacker on Quick's team is ThunDT, and with a pair of Ice types, ThunDT is kind of forced into Terraring, and it didn't have a great Terra type this matchup, so it was pretty hard for him to bring. He kind of relied on Florges. But Snorlax does not care about special moves.
That's another thing I wanted to add. The Will-O-Wisp on Spiritomb with the Facade Snorlax. Would have loved to see a side Will-O-Wisp there.
Slimy's not as creative as we'd like him to be. Also, this was a fun
One, I
interaction.
disagree, and two, if Slimy, if you're watching this, maybe for future weeks, keep that in mind. That's an option you have available. You can side target. You can burn your own Snorlax if you're running Facade. It's very good.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. So the Facade went into a Rocky helmet, and then it triggered the Aguav Berry on Snorlax. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yep.
But
Snorlax is just so chunky that it just swallows that Moonblast.
And Slimy's gonna gain a diff point here as he gets a crit freeze. Pretty lame of him. He actually made some trades.
That's the upside of using ice types, guys. Is you click a lot of ice moves, you tend to freeze things.
Let's see. He made some trades to this team actually. Oh, and so did Reticle. We can go back to that quick. But for Slimy, he changed out. He didn't bring the 3 of the mons he brought or didn't bring got traded out. He had Dragonite, which went to a Whimsicott. Espathra went to a Latios, and Klefki went to an Empoleon. So he went much more on the faster side of things with Whimsicott and Latios, and then Empoleon is kind of another water type that doesn't resist fire. That's what I told him specifically, which was funny, but...
Yeah, that's an interesting take considering the whole ice type approach, but... Yeah. Hey, what do we know?
And then I'm going to go back to Reticle here. So Reticle's team changed as well, because he dropped Greninja and Hawlucha, which didn't show up in this matchup, for Quaquaval and Scyther. So he gained a new water type with fighting, and then Scyther is a Tailwind Mon that is pretty decent.
Scyther is a regional champion and not much more than that. Yeah, but I love seeing that.
There are a few people in this server that really like Scyther, so I respect those people who do that.
One of the people I played VGC against the most often loves Scyther. Like, I play a lot of small tours that are draft. Scyther is always 2 points in these, and he just loves picking it late. And sometimes I just snipe him intentionally, just because it's funny. But he ends up beating me anyway, so it all works out.
Alright, so next matchup is Saw versus Speedy. This went to a game 3 where Saw won 2-1. Wait, I went fast, right? Yeah, it's not normal, it's fast. Okay, I know what I'm doing, trust. I thought Saw's team was the best team in the black side. At least that's what we rated in the power rankings. But Speedy shows that Choice Band Urshifu still does a bunch of damage. Also, Kebia Berry Volcarona.
Kebia Berry on Fairy Volcarona is very neat. High horsepower. Rillaboom just casually defeating the poison type with no qualms. Stuff. Bullet punch on the Volcarona.
Metagross actually played a really big part in this set as well. If you want to go ahead and watch the full set, we're just going to show a game from each just to have something playing. Also have the Terra types so you can see those as well. But yeah, this game actually came down to the wire. This Urshifu was slower than Excadrill, but it still lived. And then Iron Valiant will come and swing this as well. So I liked Saw's team. This matchup was really close, which is a good sign, I would say, that just because you're a #1 ranked team doesn't mean your matches are going to be hard. And this looked pretty good. He actually made trades as well. Pull those up quick. He dropped Zoroark, Hisui, and Mismagius, or for Mismagius, and then he dropped Ice Cube for Gothorita. What do you think of those trades?
As cool as Hisui and Zoroark is, it definitely doesn't work for every team, and considering he has a Sand mode, a Rillaboom, yeah, I can see why that had to happen.
Yeah, I feel like you're never getting...
The team I played this week, we'll see it later on, actually has Hisui and Zoroark, and I think it's amazing on that team. It was really annoying to prepare for.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's actually a better Mon than Mismagius, but whenever you have Rillaboom, T-Tar, and a booster energy Valiant, oftentimes you can get you can see those, and then it's easier for the opponent to predict. Like, if we had, even T-Tar's other ability is Unnerve, so it still activates.
Yeah.
So, you can't hide that. That's the thing. Zoroark's really good when you can hide it behind something that wants to take a fighting move.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. You could also just be one of those people that go, I can just use Zoroark for its good traits without caring about illusion, which sometimes I like to approach things that way, but it's a little bit different in VGC because so much the game is so much shorter. So like
Mm-hmm.
a short term advantage gives you such a big lead,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're just willing to give that up, then maybe there isn't a point.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of approach at the end of the day, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever works, right? So
I mean, this Rillaboom Volcarona with the Sand Core still looks pretty good. So
yeah.
I'm just happy he's not in my group.
Volcarona, if you don't mind me going on a slight
Go
thing
for it.
here. Volcarona, I was talking about it in the interview. I wanted to do something similar to Spectrier for my draft for this. Volcarona was initially the Pokemon I wanted from testing. Like, when I was playing it, I was like, this is just Spectrier with a spread move. This is awesome. And then I ended up not getting it. But
Yeah.
I got something similar, so.
Junebug wants to draft a team with both Zoroarks, is what he's telling us.
Oh.
Which is
Not
funny because
sure.
wait,
Not
no,
sure
that
if that's
doesn't
the
work.
best idea.
Well, you can't bring them both to a game or like a set because the claws, right? Is that how the Suimons work? I think so.
Well, it's just species clause. You can bring
Yeah,
both
yeah, that's what I
Hisuian
mean.
and
Yeah,
Novan.
like because of the species clause. Yeah, it's still funny, but yeah, it doesn't work how we want it to. All right.
We're getting to the Smoggy battle very soon.
Yeah, so far we did Reticle Sick, Slimy Quick, and then Saw Speedy. We're going in order of how they were played, is how we're doing it. So it's also, this is being recorded as the people who are watching this after the fact are finding out too. Anyways, so we have Oxawave and Pagatoad next. I'll let you take the baton on this one. This was game 3. Let me put it on, oh, it is on fast. Look at me go.
Yeah. Alright,
my
so we
God.
have Urshifu, Amoonguss, and Mouse Ape. Urshifu does the Urshifu thing of just killing a Pokemon through Focus Sash right off the bat.
Yeah.
As Ape takes its chip. Bundle comes in. We have a... Okay, it's not this turn. Urshifu just goes down this turn. With Pelipper, Clingy Hurricane. Pelipper looks really strong into Poggytoad's team. But he makes a very nice play of going for Freeze Dry and Drain Punch to cover for Terra Steel there. So clearing the Pelipper. And we have a Body Press into Ape, presumably predicting Terra Steel on that end. But that didn't come out.
Yeah, I feel like Oxawave was so far behind, he had to make like a aggressive read.
Yep.
And
The Ape is Goggles, so Sport doesn't work.
yeah, like this bundle Ape core or like combo was pretty hard for Oxawave to handle.
Yeah, Incineroar wouldn't have made it easier for obvious reasons, aka Defiant, and then Florges. Florges could have been decent, but the Terra Steel on Ape could have caused problems there, so...
Yeah.
It's very nice prep from Poggytoad's end.
Oxawave used all 5 of his trades after this game, which will be effective. Incineroar is now a Chi-Yu. Amoonguss is now a Toad Scroll. Pelipper is now a Volbeat. Raichu is a Monkey Dory. And Coughing is a Wheezing. So, what are your thoughts on those transactions? That's a pretty big change to how the team is going to be playing now.
I'm personally a big Chi-Yu enjoyer. Not sure about the rest though. And obviously we've all seen Wolfie use Toad Scroll Wheezing. We see the potential there, but it looks like something that's a lot harder to actually execute, especially in a draft context when your opponent can just prepare for it.
Yeah.
So
I will say
see how that goes.
It's harder to bring Terra Grasses when there's a fish. That's just factual.
That is true, but it's not really a matter of bringing Terra Grasses, it's more a matter of just like expecting it, so having all sorts of plans to play around it, like potentially just...
I mean, I'm just saying, like, looking at the screen here, against the Amoonguss, and, like, the Incineroar is the fire type, there's 1, 2, 3 Terra Grasses from Poggytoad.
Right. On another end, though, aside from the Weezing Toad Scroll, I do really like the Volbeat edition. I think Volbeat and Emilise are very underrated Pokemon. Having priority Tailwind on a team is always super, super strong.
Yeah.
The fact that one was open at all after the draft is very surprising to me. I feel like every VGC draft I've done, every single priority Tailwind Pokemon has always been taken. And that includes things like Fletchinder and like...
People love to like do the checkbox thing where like I'm gonna pick Fletchling, so I have Prankster Tailwind or Yelling's Tailwind, and they never bring it. It's like, okay, you didn't have it on your team. That's
Right.
my biggest gripe with people. Like, whenever
That's
people...
fair. I've drafted Fletch under once, but I did actually bring it, and it actually did do the priority kill. One thing I had to spend my Terra on it to avoid a fake out, but honestly, it was worth it. So yeah, don't
Yeah.
be afraid to do that kind of stuff. It's awesome. It feels really good to pull
I
off.
actually have
But
used Fletch Ling in a team tour game where it could... I forget if it killed a Great Tusk or not, but that was the main reason
oh
why
my god,
it was usable.
that's so funny.
I probably didn't kill, but like it two-shot it, which is hilarious. All right, let's move along. We have Petinho versus Ashy. This was a 2-0 to
I
Ashy.
think I saw Pedinho in the chat earlier, unless that's
No, that
not
was
him.
Sten. That was Petinho is the #1 Sten fan. So, yeah, 2-0 to Ashy. I'll let you take the rest of the way. Talk about your goat,
Yeah,
Ashy.
my goat Ashy, yes. He's the Dondozo guy. That's all he wants to do. He's just big Dondozo every game. So
Oh, if you
here
talk
we
to
are,
him
right off the
pre-draft,
bat.
he only wanted Dondozo.
Yes. Like he was gonna prioritize this thing super early, and I was like, listen, I can guarantee you nobody wants Dondozo. You can wait on it, and true to my word, that's basically what ended up happening.
Yeah.
So here he is with his Terror Dragon, Order of Dondozo. That is a dead Ogre Pawn. Good lord.
Yeah.
Confusion kind of put Ashley a little bit far behind in this game, but he's managed to claw back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Tailwind's gonna expire here. Actually makes a slight mistake here. He goes after Landorus. You should know that the Dreadless either doesn't protect, or doesn't have protect, or isn't gonna go for it because he wants the Tailwind. So that was a free slot to attack there.
Yeah.
Now you have to spend more turns stalling the Tailwind. Hurricane misses nice.
It's something that
Landorus,
I guess
it's
he doesn't play
way
a
too
lot of
hard.
doubles, so like predicting protects is something he's not going to be as accustomed to. But
Yeah, it's all a learning experience, you know.
yeah,
Like if he's gonna watch this, I'm sure he'll take notes.
yeah,
And I'm sure he definitely wants to beat me. So
he
spoiler alert,
definitely
I play Ashley
does.
next week.
Believe
Yeah,
me.
so I know. So Nadoza goes down there.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 2v3 here with it's basically Lando versus the world. Pachirisu is just trying to do its best, dodging a muddy water there, very nice.
Oh yeah, that comes
Here's
up.
the Terra Grass.
Why does this Pachirisu like the Pachirisu in this set did not want to die? As it goes for the nuzzle. And then close combat, puts it at 1.
Very, very close, right towards the end.
Yeah.
Pachirisu goes for the follow me. Lets Landorus take out the Hariyama. And now, ordinarily, Landorus would have Sludge Bomb and would win this game. Unfortunately, Bronzong existing would cause them to decide for Crunch instead, and that unfortunately cost them the game.
A few people I talked to like mentioned like there was really no point to bring Sludge Bomb into Ashy's team, so like you bring Crunch. I think Crunch is fine because there's a Bronzong. You can at least hit it. I'm curious what the last move was because
yeah,
like
it
could have been sub. It could have been
move,
Sandstorm.
I would be very interested to know. I guess it could be Psychic.
Oh, he's in the chat. Petinho, what was your last Landorus move? We're just curious. It was Grass Knot. Okay, no, that's a good one. No, because it hits Dozo. But I guess EP did as well. But he terra'd so that he didn't have to Grass Knot. You know, I like Grass Knot. Okay. Your moveset was fine, actually, now that you say it was Grass Knot. Okay. It just sucks that this was the one scenario you wanted Sludge Bomb, and then we didn't have Sludge Bomb, so. But I liked your moveset with Grass Knot. I didn't think of that, so.
Yeah, you ordinarily wouldn't think of a move that Landorus can use that isn't sheer force boosted, so.
We're taking a side thing here, as I was told that Dozo was dying to this. Hold on a second. So you were Grass Knot, Terra Grass. I'm just curious, like. Oh my, wait, was it with Commander? There's no way. Wait. If he doesn't go Commander, yeah, it was Okoing.
That's also a lot of Spidef investment.
Oh, it is. I know Ashy didn't have that much. Okay, it could. That's still a pretty fun roll. 84 to 100.
Yeah, that's a kill with a helping hand boost, assuming Pachirisu
Oh,
has
you're
that.
right. Yeah, helping hand gets that kill for sure. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. I like this. All right, that's sick. What game are we on? This one. Okay. Yeah, that was sick. It was a 2-0 to Ashy, and we shall move along. We will go to. Oh, this is my game. I will let
Hey Lord,
you.
are you ready for some smack talk for me?
Oh
Maybe.
God. I'll let you hold it all because I don't have to talk about my own stuff. I'd
Okay,
rather
I'll be
get.
honest. I don't remember much of this. So we'll figure this out together. Chief, Sneasler, Rain Dance, Acid Spray. The Zapdos, I believe, is Cobra Cloak.
Yeah, it was.
Overheat does 58 in the rain.
That was supposed to be a
Oh,
weather ball, by the
that
way.
was
I'm just
yeah,
fat fingering my hurricane.
yeah.
Unlucky.
Here we have the weakest overheat of all time, doing 19 to this. Psychic brings Sneasler down to the Sash. As Amoonguss comes in. Take the Drain Punch for the Chi-Yu. As Sneasler's probably gonna go down to Psychic here. Yep. Next out is Lycanroc. This thing surprised me. This was Choice Band Lycanroc. It did a lot of damage.
Surprised me too. Like this was actually a very cool
Yeah.
bring from him.
Okay, and this is the moment that we were talking. Yeah, Lord, you kind of fumbled there. If you click Terra Water, you pretty much win the game. That was a slight error on your end.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that just leaves these two. Go for Terra Ghost to try to cover for Spade's choking and going for Drain Punch. Unfortunately, there is no reason not to Rage Fist there.
Yeah.
But it was close. It was mostly a good game. The Amoonguss misplay slightly pretty much decided the game. But it's okay. It's only week 1. You can learn from this.
All I will say is bow before the Lich King. He's just sitting here with 2 HP. You'll never defeat him. No one will. Alright. That's all we got. Moving along, shall we? We have the Smoliv and Junebug game. I forget which game this is. Game 3.
With this game, I would like to play a little game. The game is called Can You Use Fluttermane? ? Let's find out together, shall we?
Well, I can't use Fluttermane, so I will let Junebug show us. This was 2-1 to Junebug with mostly just Fluttermane. Everything else kind of didn't matter. He was just setting everything to die to Fluttermane. And,
as you should. That's what Fluttermane is known for, just killing things. It's a little pretty guy, but under all that pretty, there's very ill intent.
Yeah. And then poor Raging Bolt here.
At least we killed the Fluttermane.
Yeah. We don't kill
That's
Assault Vest King Gambit, though.
Yeah, very Assault Vested Gambit there.
Well, now we do, but yeah, the hands got a Swords Dance boost in the setup, so... yeah, it was 2-1 to Junebug. In Game 1, he did not use Terra Fairy Flutter for some reason. And then Game 2 and 3, he did. And he won.
Yeah, so the main takeaway is, guys, if you ever want to learn how to use Fluttermane, click Terra Fairy and click Dazzling Gleam. It's really not that hard.
Don't do what I did, which was try to do anything else. There's only one good Flutter set. Don't care. I have nothing else to say. We'll move along then. We have one of the most hype games, I would say, of this first week, as we had the #1 seed in Ultra Ball last season versus the champion of Ultra Ball. So I'll let you commentate this one as I put it to fast. Yep. This is Game 3.
This is one of the few games that I actually did watch for this, for the most part. We have a very nice Araquanid showcase here. This is a very nice Pokemon from Anolar's end. Volcarno just goes for Quiver Dance as Blastoise does the Muddy Water. Araquanid just removes the Mudsdale.
We expect like banned kind of watching these, but honestly, Araquanid is so strong it probably didn't.
Yeah, we can't. We actually can't tell. The only reason we assume banned is that it never switched moves.
I mean, actually, after this game, we'll just calc it quick and see. Might as well. I mean, Mudsdale's pretty fat, but Araquanid's pretty strong, so... Unless he's in the chat, but
Fluttermane's
Don't
here
see
again. Fluttermane does the Fluttermane thing once again.
Yeah.
As you can see, like you just click Dazzling Gleam. There's no reason to do anything else with Fluttermane. There, 2 kills. That simple, guys.
Yeah.
It's a good Pokemon. And we have a Volcarona off as one Volcarona misses Psychic, the other Volcarona crits the other Volcarona. So clearly, future Volcarona is the superior Volcarona. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean it comes out on top overall.
All right, let's see if that
It
Araquanid was
won the battle,
banded.
but didn't win the war, as some people say.
I mean, I'm just gonna do versus. We weren't Terra Water. Oh, that thing's banded. That's got to be choice banned. Yeah, that thing's banded. Okay. I mean, it could have, I guess, been Expert Belt, which is a roll to kill. It was banded or
sure.
Expert Belt, so.
Pretty sure it was definitely banded.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty cool to see. Good set to watch if you want to go back and watch it. Like I said, we're only going to show one game of each to keep this rather short so that we don't spend all day watching these, but very good set, so watch this one. We will move along to Pumpkin
here's Smoggy's
Smoggy.
game. I remember they were asking about that one earlier. Here it is.
Fast. Next time I'll be prepared. Okay, we'll have the Terra type shown. And this is game 1 of the set. Pumpkin won 2-0 with his tried and true Sylveon.
Yeah, I tried using Sylveon while I was practicing for this, and I just gave him the towel. I was like, this is your Pokemon. I can't use this thing. You're the only one who makes this Pokemon look remotely good.
Yeah, Ditto tries to copy it, but it's a little too late. Also, this is the number 2 Sten fan in Smoggy. Very important to know that. Although both Sten fans lost this week, so what does that say about that tribe of Sten fans?
Not sure, actually. Guess we'll find out. We have another instance of attacking into a spiky shield that ended up healing you. Like the Snorlax attacking the Rocky Helmet, activating the berry.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was Sylveon getting 3 of the 4 kills and taking over this set for Pumpkin. Game 2, he just went with Terrifier, Ogerpon, and blew everything up as well. So his team is aggressive. Very aggressive.
Yeah, it's one thing I learned about Pumpkin. He loves just like button mashing teams that are super difficult to punish.
Mm-hmm.
I remember from last season, his team was Chi-Yu Iron Bundle Deoxys attack. If that doesn't scream aggressive, I don't know what will.
And then he traded away the Deoxys attack.
Yeah, it was actually right after we played. I was a little bit sad to see that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sad he didn't bring Stonejourner to this set, though. That's all I was here for.
Maybe some other day.
Yeah. All right. We will go along to Harry versus JP. So this is game 2 of the set. It went to 3 games. And let's just go ahead and click this button here. Okay. Yeah. So this was the Gouging Ogerpon kind of lead that everyone expects, although it gets stopped by the wheezing, neutralizing gas. Well, you think it gets stopped.
Let me see what happens. Gouger goes down. Ogerpon is still +1 on the field, though.
Yeah.
Bell comes in to not reduce the opponent's defense because the wheezing was still there. Now it's doing that. And now Regigigas is a little bit sad, to say the least.
Yeah, he's pretty slow. As Raging Bull dies.
They slice through his giant neck in one swoop.
Yeah. Yeah, this Ogerpon took over the game. Especially here when it full healed.
Yeah, the Horn Leech was huge.
Yeah, because it
Like
would have
that
died to the Drain Punch.
Yeah. And then it would have just been Thunderous against these two, and Mamoswine can just lick Ice Shard. Regigigas can just wait out its own slow start.
Mm-hmm. But Ice Shard doesn't kill Thunderous. Cudgel crit, but I think the writing was on the wall anyways,
yep.
So yeah. It was a 2-1 to Harry in the set with his mostly physical team in Thunderous. So I'm still a hater of the archetype, but I can respect it at least.
Yeah, good or bad archetype doesn't matter as long as you know how to play it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now we have Zach versus Hasugal. So we will begin with this set. So the Blood Moon Ursaluna Murkrow. Hasugal ended up winning 2-0.
Yeah, this just looks like the Ursaluna experience. So just
Yeah.
clicking Blood Moon and seeing things die.
Yeah, that's
We have
about
a
what
Snarl
happened.
coming out. I feel like that Pokemon should not be on this side of the field. Maybe the other one. Maybe, cover for the Ursaluna a little bit better, but doesn't seem to be the case here. Maybe going for Swords Dance. This Pokemon thinks it's scary. Maybe under that disguise that it has, it's a little bit spooky. Apparently, it can kill someone. Or
And
maybe not, because as we can see, the Araquanid takes the +2 like nothing.
the double up Hyper Voice though was nice because if you didn't get the kill, or if he didn't go for that and he went for Blood Moon and a Politoed, he probably could have lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the
I think it is
Mimikyu.
a little bit too late. I think Crocodile is coming out on top against both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can only pick one target.
Terra Flying, Terra
Terra.
Blast Crook though is pretty funny.
And Mimikyu actually takes it home. I think the crit definitely mattered, but
Crook
what do
wasn't
I know?
Okoing Mimikyu though. I refuse to believe that. But yeah, that was 2-0 to Hostile. That's my next week opponent, so I'm not looking forward to playing that. We have one more matchup, and we saved.
And this is my game. I will let Spades and
I was gonna
commentate
say
over this.
we
My
saved the
game.
best for last, but the only reason this is last is because you played last, Johnner.
Yeah, a time zones moment.
I know it's all your fault. Yeah. So Raikou Dragapult. This Raikou was very beautifully built for Cram's team. Is kind of my only notes. You did win 2-0, but this Terra Bug, Assault Vest Raikou, E-Speed U-turn to kill Weavile, and then just Snarl spamming.
Like I just said, we snarl your Ursaluna and make it a lot less scary.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, it still hits way too hard for its own good, but if you can just reduce its damage slightly, it always helps.
To be fair, I don't
a lot.
I don't know if Cram even had an answer to this Raikou set. This Raikou set to me is kind of what took the cake for really good.
Even gives me a positional advantage there with Volt Switch. Like it was gonna go last in Trick Room, so no matter what, I would get a free switch to Samurott there. At this point, nothing really stops Dragapult from just clicking the Banded Dragon Darts button. Patterning comes in, Samurott is there to just remove it.
Yep. We kill everything.
Yep. At this point,
Samurott picked up 4 kills, by the way, just to point that out.
Yeah. I am a singles player, and I do love my Samurott, so...
You and setting spikes. That's the only reason you picked it. Don't lie.
I'm not lying. I genuinely just thought it looked really good on my team. Spikes are nice, but
he wanted spikes.
Genuinely, Samurott just looks like a very strong Pokemon with support. So
he couldn't play the game without spikes. He's lying to all of us. All right. Anyways, so here's gonna be the standings after week 1. So like we've mentioned before, I can't pronounce Raikou. How am I supposed to pronounce it, June?
Raikou. There is so many ways to say it. Let's not.
There are things my dialect makes me pronounce differently than most people.
I've heard people call it Roku. Okay.
I forget which mon I say differently, but there was a mon that I pronounce differently than most people just because of how I say
Slimy,
it.
let's go. Yeah. Slimy,
Ray?
you and
It's not Raikou. There's no way it's Raikou. Lord Arcanum is tripping.
It's definitely not Raikou.
There's no way it's Raikou.
Not Raikou, and it's not Roku.
Roku?
I just said I've heard people call it Roku before. I've heard some very weird Pokemon pronunciations. I've heard Kyogre. I've heard Arcanine. Y'all think Wolfie's pronunciation is weird. Arcanine exists, guys.
No, he says Arcanine. That's what he says.
I know. That's not... I was saying people say Arcanine. It's not Wolfie's thing. It's way worse.
Yeah.
Be happy with Arcanine.
Yeah. Anyways, so the color code here. If you're in the yellow or the green, you will make playoffs. You play everyone in your group, so you'll have the same strength of schedule, obviously. Finish top 3 in the group to advance. As we see, kind of only week 1. It's not that interesting, but it's here. You can see who won and who lost their week this week.
By the end of week 5, this could literally be completely flipped.
Yeah, and coming in the next couple weeks, we'll show kill leaders for week 1. It's not that interesting, so I'm not going to bother. But what I will show you is week 2, if I have that image. Not that. Aha. Yes, I know what I'm doing. All right, week 2 matchups are shown here, and I will ping the division soon to go over them, I guess. But here are your matchups. I will let you say which matchups are you looking forward to watching the most, besides your own, because you're going to pick your own.
That is my own.
That game is going to be heat, by the way, because Ashy definitely wants to beat Orn.
Yeah. Okay. So, as far as games that look interesting to me, Zeke has always got interesting stuff going on. Always like seeing his stuff. From my div, I think Cram and Noller should be a fun one. Pumpkin and Lord Arcanum should be a fun one as well. You better give my goat a good game. Don't lose to Sylveon.
That matchup is just hyper offense against hyper offense. Because it's Dango Chiyu versus
Lord, here's my best tip I
and...
can give for you. Pretend every single Pokemon you're using is Ultra Necrozma, and you will probably win.
It's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be the movie Gladiator all over again.
Slimy, I better see you cooking and stuff, Fluttermane. I want to see that thing die to something stupid, and at that point, you just won the league in my heart. That's all that really matters.
Yeah. Let's see, which matchups am I looking forward to? I'll give Slimy Junebug. Slimy Junebug, I'll give him a shout because they both did really well in their week 1. Those two deserve a shout, I think. Sick Pogatoad is going to be cool too, like you pointed out. And you know what? I want to see the bloodbath of Pumpkin Lord Arcanum. I'm in on that.
Yeah, Speedy Smoliv is also going to be a fun one.
Yeah, both of them lost their week 1, so they'll look to bounce back. There's only 5 weeks. You can really only afford 2 losses. So teams that have started 0-1, have a lot of catch up to do.
Time to lock in.
Yeah, exactly. But because it's groups, we were able to do 5 weeks, and it works out pretty beautifully. So we don't need to play another 7-8 week season. Those take too long. You want the good stuff.
This is gonna be my most try hard week for sure. Keep an eye out for my game. I'm gonna cook for this one.
Just because it's Ashy.
Yeah, I gotta give my goat the best game I possibly can.
Yeah. Also, my goat Hasugal, we go way back. I'm excited to play against him again. He bested me in singles, but I bested him in Gen 6 VGC.
You win against him just because he drafted Magearna, and that always puts a bad taste in my mouth. Ashy as well.
It wasn't even the Magearna that was the problem. It was a stupid Dracovish.
I don't care. Magearna is my mortal enemy. Literally, when I won against him in playoffs in Beast, I was like, Ashy, I beat the Magearna team. That's all that matters. We won.
I was hoping you would lose, but that's for other reasons.
I know.
I'll get my revenge, don't worry. I don't know when, but I will.
One day, I'm sure.
But today is not that day. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the week 1 recaps. Thank you, Orn, for joining me. Do you have any final words for the people?
Do I have any final words? The Fluttermane thing from earlier. Please, I don't want to see people not being able to use Fluttermane. It breaks my heart.
Yeah. My final words are don't let Slimy use Scarf Obama Snow and get away with it again. All right, as for the YouTube recording, my name is Spades, and Orn is the guest, and we are out.